don't know. I think that shit broke. Like a pair of dice and shit. See how this shit is? Take these clamps. Yeah. You get the AC. I know. I'm sorry. You know what? Nah, you good. Nah, let it play. We good today.
Close that door for me, Ken. That's good.
Want me to turn it down something?
No.
Yeah, you can do that.
I mean, just do what you do. Just do what you do. Do what you do. Yeah. Do what you do. It's different. 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 2 2 1. Did he start the show?
Not yet.
How you know? I think he started the show. Hey, is the show started? He said he started. I can't even tell. Are we started? It looked like he pushed the button.
Well, let's wrap.
I don't know. I think it's on. Hey, two, we live? We live, okay. We live. We all the way live.
Not Memorex.
We all the way live. 1 2 1 2.
No Memorex.
That's what we do. We thank everybody for tuning in to Billionaire Radio. Because the billions are near, LLNEAR, we in your ear. Yeah. If y'all new to the channel, you know, like, comment, share.
Subscribe.
You know what I mean?
Hit that bell.
You know, Billionaire Radio, 18 and up, no filter. Tell the kids to leave the room.
18 and 80, blind, crippled, and crazy.
They gotta go. They can't be here. Listen, we say what you can't say because you'll get fired from work. This is what we do.
How about that?
This is what we do. So, you know, today's show, listen. Today's show, season 3, episode 108, everybody.
108.
Yes, I'm the infamous Troll Brothers. We're the infamous Troll Brothers. And we're here gonna take you on the plane ride. Maybe a little shaky, little turbulence.
Oops, spilled my drink.
But at the end of the day, it's going to be a great ride. Stay tuned.
Cognac, Moniac.
This is what we do.
Hip hop.
All day, every day. We live on Glock Career, so tune in. I'm your host, Big Arm, the industry plug. And over here, it's a little different today, but we're going to start off over here.
Lateef Billions, a.k.a. the Black Testarossa, a.k.a. Lil Tuffy.
Every time somebody adds something on it. Today we got a visitor, you know what I'm saying? We got a visitor, but he's a friend. Like, he's not even, I can't even act like it's not a situation. Like, you know what I mean? We all crew, we friends, and y'all know it's a lot of stuff that go on behind the scenes on this show. I tell y'all,
We family.
I'm very, like, to the point. I want everybody to know that I deal with a lot of stuff with this guy here, and I never know. I'm just glad it don't cost him my life. I'm glad he don't say, listen, you can take Armin's life. Because I don't never know what's going on.
That'll never happen, bro.
2 days ago, he
That'll never
said,
happen.
2 days ago, he lost a bet. Let's just say he lost a bet. He got to pay his bet to stay honorable. I said, what was the bet? What happened?
Yeah, what happened?
Life and death situation. You know what I mean? He said, listen, the homie looked out. I had to pay a bet. He would have come on the show and rock with us. I said, huh? You couldn't offer him nothing else. He said, so, you know, I can't front on him because I'm cool with him. I bang with him. You know what I'm saying? He a good dude. He going to introduce himself. He rocking with us.
Yeah. The bet that got lost, I'm cashing in on. So I get the pleasure to come here and get these good vibes. But honestly, guys, yeah, like Armin with the Hammer said, and yeah, we go back far enough for me to have that that nickname for the good brother. It's all affectionate. And Big Brother T, you know, we got deep history. Went through a lot of turmoil together, and as men, we held each other up through it. So that's how I ended up here.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, that's what it is, man. We're going to rock like we rock.
Savir.com.
Savir.com. Yeah, I forgot to put all that. I'm not used to being in front of the camera. You know what I mean? So, yeah, Savir.com, Savir on Instagram. I'm not too heavy on all the other platforms because I believe, you know, one voice is enough, but I digress.
Yeah, you know, so it's a lot going on. Even up here, it's a lot going on. You know what I mean? I'm like, are we gonna talk about the submarine, or we gonna talk about how this be a teammate? When you supposed to like contact your teammate, do a 3-way call, and let them know what's going on.
It's the NBA now, baby. It's the NBA now, man. No more camaraderie, no more teamwork. I was just gonna make my LeBron moves. I'm gonna jump and jump and jump.
You know what I mean? So
look, I'm the big brother, man. So, you know, big bro go through, you know.
You go through a lot of stuff.
You know what I mean?
And you don't never tell nobody what you're going through.
Y'all my little brothers, but don't nobody know me better than y'all. Don't nobody know Chief better than y'all.
That's the scary part.
It is.
We're gonna say those stories because we want to get everybody tuned in. First, I want to talk about rest in peace to those in the submarine. I'm gonna give my opinions. I know my opinions don't matter, but I'm gonna give my opinions. For those that don't know, there was a billionaire, his son, 3 other people. They're all billionaires. They got on the submarine to look at the Titanic underwater. They said, we want to go take a trip to see the Titanic. It costs $250,000 per person.
$250,000
just to do this per person.
That's a nice home in Ohio, you know.
I mean, everybody's successful. Everybody's successful, and they decided to, hey, we want to go underwater. Now, I know I'm trying to be a little sensitive because, you know, sometimes I may be a little bit too trolling. But what was they doing in the water? I'm sorry. What was they doing? What made them say, hey, listen, first of all, they put together a submarine in somebody's backyard, right? And it says you can only open it from the outside. And so this is all over the news. We can't ignore it, right? Because it's popping up on my news, your news, everything. Like, what is going on?
First of all, they put a submarine together in the backyard. That's a red flag. 2, that deep dive in that submarine that was made in the backyard, that's another red flag. So, in my opinion, I don't want to sound too harsh, but they made a bad decision. That was a bad business decision.
That's harsh?
No, that part, you know, the fact that it's business is not harsh. It's straightforward. It's reality. Unfortunately, you had, you know, souls that went down there that expressed their fear off of this endeavor. You know what I'm saying? And I think that particular person that just so happened to be the youngest, he was the son of one of the billionaires. I think he was just working with simple, basic common sense and logic to say, hey, you know, that remote control is older than the remote controls I use to play my video game, Dad. And I don't feel safe going down here and everything. I know it's a Father's Day event for us and everything, and I think that's, you know, really unfortunate that these guys couldn't listen to common sense and reason.
I don't even think it's common sense and reason. I feel like people with a lot of money, they just got something to prove, and they like to just do different things. And so in this case, I think, this is my opinion, I think it's a conspiracy, right? Let me pull my conspiracy theory out. Because I feel like they want to take over his company, right? And so how am I going to take over his company? We're going to talk him into taking this trip.
The submachine guys company? Yeah. You think the billionaires wanted to, you know, take over the...
So the billionaire has this very successful company, right? Okay. It was an Indian guy. I don't know if it's the correct what his nationality is, but they said it was like, you know, from overseas Indian type of situation. Okay. And he's had a successful company that does a lot of great things. He's a multi-billionaire, period. So of course he has people in command under him. He has a vice. If he's CEO, he has to have a vice president, things like that. And so my opinion is, okay, somebody want to take over the company. They're like, all right, we got to get him to get in the submarine. Tell him we're going to take a trip to the Titanic. You know what I mean? We got to find a way to make them buy into this. Now, this is what I'm really playing in my head because I can't understand, because billionaires are smart.
Right.
Nobody gets $1 billion that is not smart.
Right.
You know what I mean? So somehow they had to convince this man to take this trip. And if it's 250,000, you're gonna think, ooh, that's a lot of money. So it must be a big deal. And you're gonna get him to take this trip. And then at the same time, he goes and take this trip. He got people in there with him. However they did it. I think everybody was paid off. I think the whole staff was paid off. Because the one guy they had to fire because he didn't want to approve the situation. And they said, okay, we'll fire you and bring somebody else in. And I feel like everybody was paid off to let him go down there. And supposedly it imploded before it even got to the destination that they tried to.
Yeah.
So because of the pressure.
Yeah.
So we don't even know. It's no camera phones or nothing. Nobody took any pictures. It's nothing. It's not a tow line to hold on to it. It was like, all right, we're going to get rid of them this way. I feel like everybody in the company in the top is celebrating right now because that was their game plan to take over the company. I think it's a dirty business when it comes to the people with the money and the billionaires, and I feel like that's what happened. That's my opinion.
So who made the submarine? Who was the submarine by? Mercedes, BMW, Nassau?
No, this guy was independent.
Backyard
This
burger.
guy was
Backyard.
100% independent, man.
Backyard.
We
So-
talking about making a grill out of a stove.
So
making a
he-
grill out of a washing machine.
So he
backyard.
trusted these people, basically, is what you're saying. He trusted these people to make a submarine to go down as far as the depths of the Titanic. And that's why the thing imploded, because it wasn't made properly. So it's a little more than just them trying to kill him. Them trying to kill him and him going along with being killed, it's weird to me.
It's not though. It's not weird because it's so many levels to this, right? It could be something that he got caught cheating on his wife, and he like, listen, I'm going to tell the whole story and put the tapes out,
Right.
unless you go on this trip with me. All right, I'll take the trip. And the day of the trip, I ain't gonna make it.
Yeah, but would you get in a submarine not made by the U.S. Navy? Think about that. The Navy engineers who make these mechanical machines for years, right?
Look at the question you're asking, though. He
That's
got
what I
in
don't
it.
understand.
He got in it.
How?
He got in it.
I want to know who made this contraption.
Forget who made it. The point is he got in it. How do you talk a billionaire into walking into a death trap?
Well, we also
don't know.
talking about billionaires too.
Yeah, that's my point.
These guys, like you said, they got so much money that nothing else is bringing them excitement. Nothing else is bringing them joy. They basically can encompass all vices within a snap of a finger. But you got these billionaires going up and not even going down. Like, why the hell you want to go out in space and see what's going on up there too? So it is about the intricacies of being a billionaire and just getting bored. And then you do got your conspiracy theories because when you're a billionaire, some people want that.
I understand.
And they can take you out.
I hear what Arm's saying.
They'll invest $1 million to take
conspiracy.
over your $1 billion.
But what about the distraction? I hear the big word conspiracy, but what about the distraction? What was really going on?
What do you think that submarine story distracted the ongoing mass media away from?
1,500 other people going underwater.
Oh, you talking about that immigrant boat? And yeah.
1,500 lives.
I don't want
to
to be
5 billionaires.
All right, so here, I mean, even to touch on the immigrant boat, like, immigrant is a strong word. So we know that if it's immigrants, we know they weren't citizens.
Right.
They were seeking asylum and were running from corrupt government.
We don't know what was going on. We know it was a legal situation. So we really can't condone illegal and pretend like that was cool just because people lost their lives. Because a lot of illegal things come through here. A lot of corruption happens. Because if you don't have the paperwork to work, you got to get it any means necessary. You see what I mean? So people don't understand that. And then when you do put them in programs, we got to pay those tax dollars. So it's a heavy thing when you talk about immigrants, coming to America like that, just trying to, because we always get we always got to deal with that. It hits us harder because we got to make up for the programs that they have to go through because they're immigrants. That's why everybody say everything's going up. The price is going up. Taxes going up. This is how these things happen.
Well, you do got stories in Chicago and New York, you know what I'm saying, relative to the immigrants being bussed up there to them. And these cities are, using their tax dollars to house them and, thwarting off the local citizens in the process. So, you're absolutely right when it comes
But
to
in
that.
your opinion, was the billionaires, the five lives lost
Rest in peace to them. Rest in peace.
Yeah.
equal to the 1,500, or is it all the same?
No, I think the two different
media,
dynamics.
The media is making a bigger deal about these billionaires than the immigrants.
I think because of the two different dynamics. You know
have
what
to-
I'm saying?
you have to make-
choices. Why they made the choices. You know what I mean?
You have to make a big deal about the billionaires because the billionaires own the companies that America's buying the resources from
that's
that
what
we
I'm
need
coming
and that we're using every day. So it's a different situation because they're benefiting and they're adding. There's an asset to what's going on to the lifestyle that we're living,
The economy
that
itself,
we have
yeah.
going on. So that's where that really comes in.
Okay.
You want to talk about people that didn't bring to the economy, it's just a different, life being lost. Yeah, rest in peace, a sad situation, but that could be more of a hit than a miss. And what y'all not catching, I'm gonna come back to the immigrants in a minute because what I want to touch on the submarine thing is the 20-year-old son. I do believe he's 20. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. But his son, his stepson, at that. Stepson, he didn't even acknowledge any sadness or anything. He went to a Blink-182 concert
The day of.
and told no, it wasn't.
Was it the day of?
No, it was after everybody was looking for him. When they started looking for him, he went to the concert instead of holding the mom to say, "Hey, what's going on?" And then him and Cardi B get into it. Which is another funny story about Cardi B right now. But him and Cardi B get into it, and then on top of that, he comment on somebody's OnlyFans page. So it's like you really don't care about your stepdad.
Your mind wasn't anywhere near that.
So is he any higher to get in the company? Like, could the company end up his?
Stepdad.
Stepdad?
It's a step.
I mean, the trickle down
okay.
effect, he'll reap some benefits.
From the mom,
right?
From the mom, but really he won't get any benefits because when you deal with a multi-billionaire company / millionaire company, these companies they deal with shares and stocks, shareholders. So you know what I mean. So it's like they don't even have the sole control like that. It's a whole board table that you know what I mean. So it's a whole decision how this thing going to go.
And another thing, the remote control. So this submarine was being remote controlled. Like a real remote control, sent down into the water and all that.
I don't have a problem with the remote control part.
But the remote control is supposed to tell you when it's trouble. It's not just a remote control. It's like
my
an
guy,
iPad,
it's really my guy. It's really a video game console type that the kids play with.
It's a console type. I don't have a problem with that though.
Why you don't have a problem?
I got a huge problem with it.
I don't have a problem with that.
So you got into a submarine that was being operated by a remote control, where it can't show you when something danger is coming and maybe you should come back up or go to the left or go to the right.
See, it didn't get that far because they lost communication, which is how we know it imploded. So in other words, we don't know what happened, what was going on in the water because it imploded.
Well, they had to go deep.
It's 13,000.
2 miles.
13,000. What the Titanic is. Like, I don't care what's going on down the Titanic.
Right.
I want to see some old debris on the Titanic of seats and dead people that's floating in the Titanic.
No, I could see where that could be.
Be what?
Entertaining.
That's entertaining?
Yeah. If my life is secure.
My life is secure right at home watching it on Discovery.
Discovery. Listen, there's no instruments that could even get that close.
Right.
To even, you know what I mean, can't get that far. No.
So what made them think a submarine could get that far?
They do got footage of it, but it was unmanned. You know what I mean? It's nothing safe for a human to be able to go down.
Right. That's what I mean. There's no device that can get down there.
Okay. So there's knowledge of there's no way that a human can get down there safely, but still they tried. See, a lot of stuff ain't making sense.
This whole thing ain't making sense. I'm telling you, it's a conspiracy.
Got to be.
I'm telling you, it's a whole conspiracy.
Before we move on, I do want to say that someone said something online reflecting this, but he had a good point. It was like, yo, for all that, why didn't you just go like a quarter mile, half a mile underwater where you could survive and play a video through these monitors since there was no video, lying to the billionaires saying we accomplished this goal? if you was chasing money.
You said the key, lying.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
you said lying, you just defeat the whole point.
No, I don't defeat the whole. Like you said, business is cruddy. That amount of money, you definitely got to be educated, but you're definitely going to lie to achieve some of those goals.
Why are you gonna lie?
Because that's
It's too
a
much.
mark of a business.
It's too much science and technology to lie. I have billions of dollars. What am I lying for?
It is, but again, we
li-
talking about the evils of man.
Okay,
we're not talking about the morals of good business.
What lying gets you is in jail when you got the
It
government
does.
involved.
It does.
When you had the lady, the young lady who had the thing that says, "Oh, your blood can test all these diseases." And she
Oh
had a
yeah,
whole
when they
company,
caught her,
that's because she lied.
straight lie.
That's what I'm saying. So there's no need to lie. You got billions of dollars.
But isn't conspiracy filled with a bunch of lies?
No, conspiracy means other people involved. That's all it is.
That's all it is.
It's conspiracy. If
But they all got in together to manipulate.
listen,
right?
if I shot somebody and killed them, y'all all with me.
Right.
It was y'all conspiracies. Y'all involved right now. We all involved in the murder. We all involved. We going down together. You can't
No,
snitch.
if
You
we-
can't snitch.
If we plan it, conspiracy. But if we're just there and it happened,
But conspiracy
No,
just means
even though, no, if you planned it, then that's called premeditated. That's the difference. It's premeditated, non-premeditated. Conspiracy mean we all in this thing together, baby, and you got to go to court to prove that you wasn't. I'm like, yo, we all in this.
and there's gonna be a lot of lies told on the stand. Trust me. People gonna be trying to save their own, you know what I mean? So that's crazy though, man. But they got him good.
yeah, it
And
did.
imploded mean it exploded, mean like burst, like bloof.
They
All
didn't-
your organs, lungs, just
They didn't feel anything,
ah,
which is
I don't know. They felt that pressure before they bust. I know they did.
could have died of fear
Hey,
before it.
Listen, this is where my conspiracy comes from, and I didn't bring it to show y'all, but
Right.
the Simpsons had predicted this whole submarine thing.
No.
Yeah,
No.
I've seen that.
Nah.
Yeah, Simpsons did it.
Nah.
Yeah, man.
Nah.
The Simpsons did it again.
Nah, man.
Yeah, man.
Nah, man.
The Simpsons did it again. Yeah.
No, the Simpsons ain't do this again, man.
Undefeated.
The
man.
Simpsons did it again. That's
They predicted that New England Patriots game too, so something ain't right, bro.
what game?
Where the Patriots came back against the Atlanta Falcons when they was down 28-0.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know how they predict this stuff, bro.
It's a script. That's a script. But so let's talk about the right to bear arms, right? So we know these licenses tricky in different states and different places, and so we have here a 14-year-old boy, which I'm sure we all hear. Everybody's talking about it right now in Chicago. His mom is getting pummeled in the store, getting beat in the face by this guy. She texts him. She tells him, "Listen, go get the gun." He's in the car waiting for his mom. He sees the dude beating his mom. He shoots him in the back. Mom runs out. He run out, shoot the boy 2 more times. So they end up dying. The guy ended up dying. They didn't die, but the guy ended up dying. So they're in jail for murder, right?
Right.
So they're in jail for murder. In the day, they got released.
Okay.
All charges dropped. She had a right to carry. She had a right to carry. So where it went down is she had a right to carry. So what's interesting is she's 14 years old. I mean, the boy's 14 years old. He did the shooting. They both got scot-free.
And guess what?
What?
That's how American justice system works.
I don't think
It usually doesn't work that way for us.
not in Philly. It's Chicago.
It usually doesn't work that way for us.
Right.
He would be in juvenile and she'd be heading to the pen. Now, I'm on 2 different sides with this. I thought that the murder was justified because he golfed her. I mean, he golfed her. Like you seen Creed 3? That's what he did to her. And on his side of the matter is the mother asked the son to go back into the store and murder witnesses.
Yeah.
And he refused to do that.
Yeah.
What happened?
So
The mother
the
asked
mother
the
told
son.
him to go kill the witnesses.
Yeah.
That's why they out, because they didn't kill no witnesses.
We can't prove that. They said that, but we can't prove that. You know what I mean? We can't prove that was said. but they said there was no prior convictions.
Right.
You know, you gotta be careful sometimes to be adding stuff in the media, just throwing stuff up there. People, the internet is dangerous, but the facts is the videos. When you stick to the video, they arguing. Now I feel like they known each other. When I see the argument, it didn't look like a stranger argument. It looked like something happened. They dealing with each other, know each other, and they getting into it.
Right.
And she's trying to explain her case. He's saying, just go order your food, lady. Just go order your food. I don't want to hear it.
Right.
So I think it was something going on. You know what I mean?
I got a question though.
Yeah.
Relationship aside, even if they did know each other previously and so on and so forth, as a man that has argued with a woman before, we all have, even got heated to a point where you was mad enough, felt like striking something. But as a man, aren't you going to just walk away? You know, if it's within your power and means. You know what I mean? You can really just, huff and puff and do all that. But I can't see myself the way he was striking that woman. Just go ahead and
he golfed her, bro. I mean, I heard them punches. I'm surprised her jaw ain't broke. And then he went in on her. Like
who said he hit her in the jaw? She covered up.
Oh, that was a hand. He punched her hand.
She covered up.
Oh, sheesh.
So this is why I think
he struck her 3 times though. So he definitely was trying.
She texted her son.
Right.
So that means that the conversation going on, she texting her son like, "Yo, pull up."
That's before the punch came.
Right.
I'm pretty sure she wasn't getting punched and texting at the same time. So that make her elite.
But
you know what I mean? To be getting pummeled and texting at the same time. But her son, 14 years old, and they let her back out on the street. I don't know, man. She trouble, bro.
She did nothing wrong. She had a licensed firearm.
So,
to protect herself.
No criminal history whatsoever.
No criminal history.
Right.
License, but so we're going to throw out the fact that she told him to run in there and kill witnesses. Because we don't know that, right?
Yeah, we don't know that.
That's alleged,
somebody could have just made that up.
But that is alleged, though.
That's somebody throwing jokes in the, you know, I mean, people could say, kill all the witnesses. You know how we be.
Yeah, but you know what? He didn't think he was going to die when he was doing that to that woman. He didn't think.
Of course not.
The last thing on his mind was that he was going to get shot, you know, while he was pummeling this woman.
Right.
So he made that decision. Rest in peace, bro. But you made that decision because if you don't make that decision, you still breathing today.
Supposedly, right. But, I mean, I think it's a deeper story here. You got a 14-year-old killer. This kid need therapy now. He took a life at 14. And now he got to watch his back because I guarantee you that person had family and that person had kids. See, it's a cycle. That's not going to go like he's going to go back to the neighborhood like everything is cool. They got their names, their faces, they know who they are. They're going to be targeted.
I'm going to say something that's going to sound ignorant.
Let's say it. Let's hear it.
But that young boy from Chicago, I'm pretty sure that ain't his first body.
You can't make them alleged statements.
Hey, I just...
You could probably say it's his first. He probably shot the gun before.
Yeah, you know what I'll take out of that is he's numb to violence. You know, I ain't gonna say he engaged in any of it and any of that nature, but you know, being in that neighborhood, I mean, we all to a certain degree numb to the violence.
I can't even say it was a numb to the violence thing. I think it was my mom in trouble and she hit me. Because just think about your family member texting you. Matter of fact, I had a situation like that when I ran into somebody I didn't see in a while, and you know, we was chopping it up, leaving out the store, and I stopped him to talk to him, and his nephew in the truck thought I was trying to run down on him.
Right.
So his nephew came out the car, and the hoodie was like, "Yo, what's good?" Like on that type time. He said, "You good on?" And he was like, "Yeah, I'm good." And it was, you know what I mean. And the crazy thing was, I even knew who the nephew was, so it'd have been sad if it went left. But I'm just saying, like, it was a protection thing. You see what I mean? You gonna come out just to protect your mom. You see somebody beating your mom, you don't care what's going on.
Yeah, how do you know how to use the gun though?
Who don't know how to use a gun?
Everybody don't know how to use a gun.
Oh my gosh!
Everybody think they could use a gun. Everybody think
it's about aim.
Yeah, but everybody
they probably can't aim.
Firefight and everything is just no.
You watch but that wasn't a firefight though. That was a simple pull it out, draw, shoot. Right. You know what I mean? He wasn't engaged and under duress as far as bullets coming back his fucking way. You know what I mean?
But I felt like he was real comfortable.
Nah, he was nervous.
You think so?
Did you watch the video?
Yeah, I watched the video.
Man, he ain't draw like a quick draw McGraw. He was struggling,
Yeah,
bro.
there you go.
I saw him struggling.
He was
with
like,
it.
you know
That
what I
goes to
mean?
show
He was nervous as
That
shit.
go to show you, but I'm
He
just
was like,
saying.
it's going down with mine. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, but I'm just
And
saying.
she told him to shoot.
But two people that close, his mom are close in that proximity, like, I mean, and he hit the ball and don't hit his mom.
Well,
That's a good shot.
Think about the square footage of your local Chinese shop. It looks about that size. Dude, right there.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, it ain't like
He
he's
shot
20
him in the
feet
back.
away.
He shot him in the back.
I guess it's
right
like
there.
shooting a water gun, I guess.
He shot him in the back.
Aim
Shooting
and squirt.
That's it.
Any 5 feet away. Like,
He didn't know what was going to happen. He just know mom saying, shoot him.
Yeah.
You know, he going to protect his mom.
I really diverse in saying that that's his first body, though, bro.
Because-
Chicago, 14 years old, all the drill rap and all the gunning that's going on out there. I'm sorry, man. I really don't think
What you're
that's
doing
the
is
first.
what you're doing is what we say we don't want the other races and people to do to us. It's stereotype. You're stereotyping that kid. And see, the people like that is how that kid don't get a fair chance because you're already assuming that he's a certain person. And he's not, but you're saying because of the environment, he has to be.
No, but I'm saying
So when the
is,
DA and
if
everybody-
if he don't pull out a gun and shoot somebody and then run them down and shoot them again, I wouldn't be making these accusations. I would be thinking he on his way to being a doctor, a lawyer, or something like that.
He can still be a doctor or lawyer. He's 14.
Yeah, but it's what's being represented. I
He
mean,
don't even have a license to drive.
I mean, if I see the book bag and you going to school and all that, I think one way. But if I see you gunning people down in the street, what am I supposed to think?
at the same time, how many times have you came into a situation and seen your mama being a plumber?
Never.
You know what I'm saying? So that can activate a lot of shit in anyone.
Yeah, like he and she told him to get. First of all, think about a 14-year-old kid getting a text from his mom saying, "Go get the gun."
The build up.
His heart must have been racing.
You see what I'm saying?
Right.
He don't know what to do.
I think he know what to do. Cause he went and did it.
But she probably taught him
Uh-huh.
and show him. So a lot of parents be telling the kids, "Hey, I have a gun. This is how you use it," and things like that. So that's like that kind of scenario where she prepared him to protect himself.
Well, he definitely gonna need therapy.
That's all I was getting at.
He's definitely gonna need therapy.
That was nowhere sees a regular, but
And I hope this young man life continues to be proper.
he has to leave. He has to, because of the media coverage. He has to leave Chicago.
Yep.
If he doesn't leave Chicago, I don't wish this on anybody, but we'll be hearing another story that he ain't make it.
Wow.
He ain't make it
Wow.
because again, that guy,
Right.
I'm sure had family,
Right.
either brothers, cousins, nephews, children.
Right.
It's a retaliation all day.
Man. Well, they got set free, so I mean,
That's the scary part.
why is that scary?
Because there's no protection. It wasn't saying they're set free with a motorcade, they're set free with a surveillance, they're set free with. You know what I'm saying?
I think it's pretty apparent they know how to protect themselves.
They only got.
It got them in some hot water, but it also possibly saved his mother from, worse injuries.
It could go two ways. The guy he shot, people probably ain't about that work. Now, and if they is, we got a problem. Because people shoot people and people don't always retaliate.
That ain't true.
Because they not about that work.
No. See, you missed the point that I said.
I'm trying to tell you,
I
bro.
said that guy has family. He might not be. He has family.
But his family might not be about that work.
The chances of that is slim to nil. Everybody got somebody in their
In
family.
Chicago?
Yeah. Everybody is slim to nil.
In the hood? I'm
Yeah.
pretty sure a little cousin Ray might be looking.
Definitely.
That's true.
Definitely.
That's true. I'm just saying everybody not a killer, bro. That's all I'm saying.
We never said that. I never said that.
Oh no, Chief, you just labeled this 14-year-old kid as a stone cold killer.
Because he is.
Now he is.
No, he's a
No, he is.
defender.
He is a killer.
He's a defender.
No, he got a body.
But he got
he might as well get a tattoo
Oh,
right
well,
here. On his,
the
he might as well get a tattoo right there under his eye.
The
And then
purpose
he got a body.
The purpose is rendered on why he got that body. Doesn't align him up with Stone Cold Murder.
Defender, killer, defender, however y'all want to label him. He got a ghost, man.
Yeah, he do. Unfortunately,
He got a ghost, bro.
And now he got to run for his life because what come with that, people understand.
Allegedly.
You take mine, I'm taking yours.
Allegedly,
It's not
he has
allegedly.
to
It's
run.
life. It's life. It's
Well,
going
you
on.
saying that you know these people. Why you saying that?
I don't know
you
nobody.
saying that
No,
you know
see,
these
here you go
folks.
adding on stuff. Everybody know I don't know
You
the
say you
kid. I'm
know
just
these
saying how
folks.
life works.
Okay.
They need to leave Chicago and go somewhere. They need to go to a
Well,
safe.
I ain't hear nothing about a blood or a crip or a gang member that
You
was
ain't gotta
murdered.
be a gang member to do. I can't with this. You know what I mean? Here's the thing.
Right.
You're not a blood or a crip, right?
No.
Okay. So if you get the phone call
Uh-huh.
that your brother, your cousin, or something was murdered by a
Uh-huh.
14-year-old boy in the hot dog stand,
Uh-huh.
what do you do?
What are you asking me?
Exactly. We're gonna leave it there. You get my, you know what I mean? Sav, you already
asking.
know. You know what I mean? We ain't gonna pretend like
Oh,
you
you
know what I
don't
mean?
want to ask him.
Exactly.
That's the wrong boy when
Exactly.
we talking about this stuff.
Exactly.
Bro.
So that's all. But
Trust me.
and speaking about these cities,
Mm-hmm.
what do you think? Everybody think Philly is crazy, right?
Mhm.
Philly's this death rate is crazy.
Mm-hmm.
So what do you think the ranking is as Philly as being the most dangerous city in America right now?
in America,
Right now, what
8.
do you rank Philly?
8.
You give it an 8?
Yeah.
So you think it's 8? What do you think?
I'm gonna go 6.
You think it's 6?
Yeah.
All right. So the Forbes list came out of the most dangerous cities
Mm-hmm.
out of top 15.
Uh-huh.
We're number 14. So everybody can
Okay.
leave us alone.
Okay.
Everybody can leave us alone. It's a lot of crazy places all
We
over
only-
Philly.
We only 14.
And we're only 14.
I feel-
All the murders and stuff that's going on.
Oh
in Philly.
man, I feel kind of disrespected.
Listen, number 1 on the list is St. Louis, Missouri.
St.
They
Louis.
they popped up as being in front of them. Yep. I mean being in front of Philly. Yeah.
No, they're number
my
1.
head.
Remember, we're
Automatically
14.
at 8. Even me having them at 8, I knew St. Louis was gonna be above that.
give me the top 5.
Yeah. What's up there? What's that?
Birmingham, Alabama is number 2.
Really?
Baltimore, Maryland is number 3.
Baltimore.
Memphis,
Believe it.
Tennessee is number 4. And Detroit, Michigan is number 5.
Detroit, D-Town.
So, in
And
other words,
Chicago not even in there.
Chicago is ranked. Yeah, you're right. Hold on.
Really?
Not in the top 15.
Amazing.
Not in the top 15.
Hey, Armin. I gotta ask you something right quick.
Right.
Am I seeing that correct? What's number 15?
Richmond, Virginia is going down, baby.
All's almighty. All's
Yeah,
almighty.
baby.
But those unaware, that's my hometown, born and raised, so I know how I get down. But the population, because it's based off per quota, right? So
Killings.
it's percentage
Killings
for your
and
population,
gangs.
or just a flat out number of killings and gangs.
Killings and gangs.
Flat out
and
numbers?
things when they're saying it's dangerous,
Mhm.
they're saying that the chances of people getting shot, people getting killed.
Well, they compile that list 3 different ways. Some of them they do per capita. Some of them they do street murders and straight homicides, and So
I believe this
per
list.
capita is
I believe-
by the population versus the
I believe-
percentage.
I believe this list, man.
I'm
St.
trying to
Louis.
defend Richmond, Virginia.
Listen.
I'm just trying to get Richmond down to 16. God damn,
Nah,
motherfuckers out of 15.
Yeah,
God
listen,
damn.
listen.
St. Louis.
Listen. I met a boy from St. Louis,
Mm.
and he told me a story, and I was like, it sounds like something on a movie or TV.
Mm.
But he was saying how he was doing his work, selling his work, pulled into a neighborhood. Something happened to his truck, so he had to pull into a little neighborhood area, and he said they started shooting at him. He had to get out the car and run.
From the gate.
Yeah,
No foreplay. Nothing.
I think he rides one of those sets. I don't know what he was claiming.
Oh, man.
But he said they just started shooting at him. He had to run out. Yeah, he had to run out, and he left his truck. When he came back, the truck was stripped. But it was like, so it's a lot of these cities that's a little crazy. And I just want to say that y'all can leave Philly alone, and because all the shooting that's going on here, and you tell I'm gonna go somewhere, it's worse other places. That's all I'm saying. We don't live there, so we don't even know.
Man,
The
y'all-
news is coming.
And they
Be
don't
safe in
talk
Philly.
about it. What Q say? They don't talk about what go on in the
But
hood.
B-Moore's up there at 3 again. B-Moore has been wilding.
The Wire.
And Memphis is number 4.
Mm.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Memphis is number 4. So
Memphis.
Memphis number 4, Detroit,
Dang.
Michigan 5, Cleveland 6, New Orleans 7, Shreveport, Louisiana 8. So how you get two in the same state? New Orleans 7, Shreveport 8.
Wow.
Both Louisiana. I'm sorry. You got 3. New Orleans is 7, Shreveport is 8, Baton Rouge is 9.
Wow.
You know what I mean?
They all an accessory. They accessories.
Little Rock is 10. Oakland, California is 11. Milwaukee's 12. Whoever knew? Milwaukee, huh? Kansas City is 13. And Philly is good old 14.
Wow.
You know. Now, to answer your question, Sav,
Yes, sir.
because you know I got an answer for that.
Yes,
The
sir.
5 worst cities for the mass shootings in the U.S.
Oh man.
So what you think that would be?
Philly number 1.
Nah.
Here you go. You want Philly to be something that is not. You take a guess, Sav. What do you think?
You said within the top 5 rankings?
Yep, top 5 with mass shootings in
I'm
the
gonna
U.S.
say 4 because of the way they categorize mass shootings.
So you think Philly's number 4?
Yeah. It
That's
might not be
interesting.
on the list.
I think Florida is number 1.
Florida's number 1.
No, I'm sorry. Texas.
Texas is number 1.
Texas is number 1 for mass shootings.
mass
Alright.
shootings.
So let's talk about mass shootings, right? Usually, I think 5 or more is a mass. It could be 3 or more, 5 or more, but multiple, like mass shootings.
Right.
Number 1 they got is Boulder, Colorado. Remember that school?
Oh yeah.
See, those are considered mass shootings.
Okay.
And then you had San Jose, California. You had that one. You got Indianapolis, Indiana, which I had no clue.
You don't remember that one?
I didn't know which one.
That was fairly recent.
That was one in the mall, right? That was Indiana
if
in the
I'm not
mall. Okay,
mistaken.
that was in the mall, right? And then you got Atlanta, Georgia, number 4. So they said Atlanta, Georgia is one of the top worst cities for mass shootings.
Atlanta,
Really?
Georgia.
Yeah, and then they bring it back to Colorado Springs, Colorado again.
Wow.
Who would have thought Atlanta be on that list?
Colorado Springs.
Well, no, Atlanta been getting wild lately. That's why the whole
Mass?
YSL.
The mass?
That's why the whole YSL. Are y'all watching this whole YSL thing? Are y'all paying attention to the whole Young Thug thing? Now he is speaking. Y'all seeing what's going on? And Gunna dropped his album. The Rat dropped his album. I had to listen to it. I don't know why I did, but I listened to it.
Wow.
It wasn't. He has no features on there.
Of course not.
Wow.
But he's saying that, Lil Baby is running with. He's pretty much saying that he's running with somebody that murked his brother, and he's still cool with him. And he's also saying that the guy who runs the label that Migos is under, he already has paperwork for being a snitch. And he's saying,
Word? Quality control guy?
yeah, and
Wow.
the boy P, and they saying, how can you say that you don't rock with snitches, but you signed to a snitch?
Wow.
And he's still snitching.
How about that?
He out there dry. He out there dry snitching.
Even deeper now.
Dang, bro.
I mean, I feel like Gunna broke the code, but he will have a successful music industry on the other side. Now, he's not gonna be able to do no hood music no more.
Yeah.
He's gonna go to the other side.
Go pop, huh?
You know what I mean?
What's the other side?
Who?
What's the other side?
What you mean?
Pop. He gonna go pop.
What you mean
What's the other side of rap?
Everybody's not. All rap is not street rap.
Oh, so he common now?
He going pop.
He gonna try to do a common thing now?
All right. So when you go to most of these concerts, I don't know last time I've been in a concert.
Right,
You don't really see us in the crowd anyway.
right,
So when you cross to that mainstream,
right.
they don't really care about like what really goes on. They just like the music and the fantasize of believing it.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So
Right.
it's going to be interesting to see what happens.
It might ruin his career.
No, it's not. It's not. It's just that we're not going to listen to him.
What hardcore thug rapper crossed over and was successful?
A lot of them.
Who?
Hardcore thug rappers?
Yeah.
Snoop Dogg?
A lot of them.
Snoop.
I'm not okay. It's a difference between
Crossing over and success.
Yeah, it's-
Right? There's
yeah.
a difference
Right,
between right.
right,
All right,
all
got
right.
it.
it's different between crossing over because you snitched and you had no choice, and crossed over because your number just got so big.
Right.
Like Nelly. You know what I mean? Nelly had huge
Nelly
numbers
started
at the
out like
height
that.
of his career. Though.
Right.
Right. And they said Nelly was allegedly a gang member. So you know what I
Right.
mean?
But Nelly music wasn't gangster.
Right. Neither was OPP. It was by nation.
Right,
That
right.
was
And Treacher was a whole goon.
Nelly
Right.
music was basically for the women.
right.
So
So you know,
Air Force One is still one of my favorite.
it would be your favorite. You know what I mean? I think I'm gonna switch gears and just change it all up. We talking two gangsters shooting all kind of stuff.
I'm
You know
gonna
what
be
I
the
mean?
top murderer capital per capita.
You know what I mean? Let's talk about 8 habits that are keeping you single. Because I was going to say I was going to bring that back.
That's interesting.
Yeah. You know what I mean? A lot of these people wondering why they single out here. They end up, they want a relationship, which I don't see the big deal sometimes. People want these relationships. I don't think it's hard to get a relationship. You can get a duck on the corner and be in a relationship. I don't know how it's hard to be in a relationship.
Pretty much.
I think people just have their standards are too high.
Right.
And they're unrealistic a lot of time because of TV.
Right.
Because of TV, But a lot of reasons, it's 8 reasons we're going to talk about, right? And I'm going to check the time clock. We're doing good. We're going to squeeze out this. So a lot of reasons why people are single is because, let's bring it back. What I just do. Let me find out delete this joint too. That'd be crazy, wouldn't it? So number 1 out of 8, refusing to compromise.
Oh yeah.
A lot of y'all are single because y'all refuse to compromise. I need everybody to embellish on that one, to get y'all turned on that one, because I think that's a big one.
Compromising can go 2 ways, man.
That's what it is.
I've learned that those who don't compromise live a far less stressful life, in my opinion.
Ooh, that's deep. All right, Sad, what you think?
I agree with that, by the way. But, a lot of people that don't compromise are the ones that are alone.
That's what. Remember, we're talking
are.
about why they're single. That's the whole point. A lot of people are single because things that they don't want to do.
And some of the compromising can be relatively simple and easy, man. It's just some people are so internal, it's just disgusting.
I think it depends on how good her sex is. If her sex is real good, you compromise. Hands down. If it ain't good, you like,
Yeah,
hey,
because
Well, then you in
hands down.
trouble. Well, then you in trouble. Because if it's that good
you compromising.
to make you go against your rule, then you in trouble.
Yeah, I ain't the only guy. I'm telling you.
Your mind no longer belongs to you.
They don't.
Or your soul, for that matter.
That's right. You never taking the soul.
If it's
Not your
that
damn
good,
soul.
if it's that good,
Yeah.
and I don't have some good. If it's that good, then you in trouble, bro. Your mind is.
They out here though. That's what, they out here. It happens. It happens sometimes. Sex is like the biggest weapon that nobody wants to talk about. There's people getting raises on jobs. People getting all kind of promotions, getting all kind of benefits because of who they sleeping with.
Right.
Yep.
You see what I mean? That's what happened with the world today.
Right.
So this been going back before Lewinsky. You know what I mean?
Sex is a powerful tool,
Hey.
though.
Hey, the oldest profession.
Sex is a very powerful tool,
Right.
man.
So we try to act like it's not important.
But you got to get it by the reins, man. You got to grab it by the reins, bro. You cannot allow it to take over you. Enjoy it. I ain't saying don't enjoy it and have fun, but don't get into the mental part of it.
The premise of the discussion is, well, is that good enough to draw you into a relationship? You know what I'm saying? If you
I think it is.
compromising
I
on
think
the
it is.
sex, is it
It
good
is.
enough to overcome if she's horrible with money? You know what I mean? Is it good enough to overcome if
Yeah.
she's abusive to your children? Yeah, because her coochie is.
If the sex is good, I'm putting the ring on it. There you go. Bang. We married. I figure everything else out later. You know what I mean? I don't mind.
I mean, if the sex is good, I'm just going to enjoy it, man. That's it. I'm just going to enjoy it. I ain't compromising, but cool.
Well, you got to compromise to be in a relationship. That's the whole thing. You got to give and take. You got to compromise.
Yeah, but we talking about single people.
Why they're singles? Because they don't compromise.
That's
so
why.
people wonder why they're not single is because they don't realize they don't compromise.
But that's not always a bad thing. That's what I'm saying.
It is a bad thing.
How is it a bad thing?
I don't know.
Because some-
you ain't compromised on that bet 2 days ago. So I guess the army, that's a bad thing.
I mean, hey, listen. Speaking of the bet, right? You're my man. You're my man. We are brothers.
Right.
I'm in the middle.
Right.
We gotta rock out with whatever happened. I don't know. I can't play him and act like we ain't cool. I'm like, nah, he can't even. Then I look fraud. Like, you know what I'm saying? How you gonna say this your man? But you know what I mean? So it got tricky. It was a tricky situation. I was upset that you put me in that situation. But you know you did when you texted me late. See, I said, send me the Instagram. Let me see what's going on with this person. He's like,
Bro, we be moving.
he was like, He skipped over that. All right, we'll talk. We'll talk.
No, I said he had a Virginia following. That's what I said.
Right, you did say that.
I said he has a large Virginia following.
I said, man, see what he's doing. Then I had to call him on the phone. He didn't answer the phone. So I called him again. And don't die on us right now. We need you for this part. I called him again. He answered the phone, and like he's so busy. I said, "No, what's going on now?" He said, "It's sad, man. It's sad, man." We're not gonna get to the details of how we got to that point, but we'll just say it was a bet. Leave it at the bet.
That's the beauty of it.
You know what I mean?
That's the beauty of it.
You know what I mean?
But
all right.
the takeaway is to sum them up, though, hence Armin's viewpoint, brother know how to compromise. Whereas,
I definitely compromise.
Teeth, brick wall. I ain't moving.
Yeah. Teeth is a problem. He says, I'm right. He apologizes. I don't know how many times throughout the month.
He means it every time, though. He definitely means it every time.
Oh, man.
So if we were to get to the next thing about why people are single, number 2 is because being emotionally unavailable. That's a big thing. You got to actually care and be available about what the people are going through. In this case, what a woman's going through. Even if you don't, pretend like it. You got to pretend.
So you're saying be emotionally available, right?
Right.
So she can cry, right? On a shoulder or cry on some pipe. Which one?
Well, here's the thing. If you're being emotionally unavailable, right, that's going to be a turnoff and a shutdown, and it's going to leave you single because the other guy's going to be there for her.
Simping?
She's
or
vulnerable.
just being there for her?
You know what? I don't know where this simping stuff coming from. I'm an alpha male to the core. I don't know what they want to break down all these men terminologies of simping. I'm alpha. That's it. I don't know all of the stuff. You know what I mean? But
Exactly, but that ties right into the last thing. It's going to be a compromise with that. You know what I'm saying? Like, honestly, even with my relationship, and trust me, I've been in it long enough to been through this whole list and understand the dynamics is. Certain shit I still don't make a move on, but that's her compromising. Knowing I'm going to be bullheaded, and I'm like, yo, if emotionally you need me for this, come on now, grow a backbone, baby. Like, you know what I mean? You ain't going to soak my shoulder, though. You know what I mean? Like, I'll be there for the more important stuff, but I don't care if Ray Ray got shot on your local TV show.
Yeah.
Don't call me I'm out making money and you fussing about a TV show. That's too much.
Yeah.
That's simping. You know what I mean?
Right.
I don't think simping is a bad thing if that's who you are. That's all I'm saying. Like, I'm not gonna knock. I'm not gonna knock the person.
You sympathize with a guy that's
No.
overly sensitive?
That's him. He ain't alpha. You know what I mean? If he claim to be alpha and then simp, it's a problem. But if he's a simp, you'll say, be who you are, man. Everybody can't be like me. I was in the gym today. You get what I'm saying? Everybody can't be like me.
I was in the gym today, so I'm like you.
You know what I mean?
I was at home sleep, so I can't be like Armin. You know?
But anyway, you get these women on the statement you saying. You meet them the first day. The second day, they calling you all distraught, talking about, can you come to the emergency room? My baby fell, or something like that. You don't even know them, man.
What are you talking about now? The movie, TV?
Oh, no. Wait, this went deep real fast.
Yeah, I don't know.
Or you talking about being emotionally there, right? Is that what we talking
Available.
about? Emotionally available.
Right.
So you meet a woman, and then within the first week, she already calling you about stuff that's going on in her life, right?
Right.
Why though? I don't know you.
So listen.
We just met.
But that's great. Pretend you care and you'll be smashing later. That's how that works.
I'm not doing that.
That's what happened. Okay, that's what we're saying. You pretend you care.
One just call, I'm at the hospital. I'm here with my baby. I'm in my head. I'm going, what do you want me to do?
Just listen.
Nah, man, I don't know you. I'm not coming to no hospital. I ain't got nothing to do with that.
You ain't got to come to the hospital. Just listen.
They don't even give you a chance to build a relationship before they start with the emotional nonsense.
Because they testing you.
Yeah.
They testing you.
Well, they ain't going. I'm gonna fail that test, bro.
They want to see who you are and where you stand.
I'm a F.
And
that's who I am.
all you do is pretend.
And that's where I stand.
Just pretend you care. That's it.
Nah, man. I think that's weird. It's
not weird, man.
For a woman to just meet you and then call you about something emotional like she known you forever. Like that's
Okay.
so weirdo, man.
All right, so let's call it what it is. You want to have sex, right, with the woman, right? That's why
I'll go have sex with another woman.
No, but hold on. Let's stick to this. Let's stick to this.
I ain't compromised.
Let's stick to this. You want to have sex with her, right?
Yeah.
All right. So therefore, that comes along with sometimes she's calling and say, okay, well, listen, before I come and go lay in this guy's bed or he lay in my bed, I need to see is he emotionally available for me.
They want to have sex with us too, though. It's a two-way street.
But
you said you want to have sex with her.
No,
she wants to have sex with you too.
I know, but we're talking about. You said she's calling you, telling you about all this stuff.
Yeah, and
So,
don't know me, but she
right.
don't know me.
But right, so she'll hang up with you,
Uh-huh.
call him,
Uh-huh.
he'll play it off real good.
Right.
He's smashing.
Right.
She's done calling you.
Cool.
Yeah, because all I'm gonna do is put my phone on speaker and be doing other shit every now and then.
That's
yeah,
it.
yeah, boo. Yeah.
It's simple.
And that's it. And then later on, she gonna text me, be like, grab a wrap, come through. I was like, all right, man.
Simple.
That big guy teeth ain't over there.
Exactly. You know what I mean? So number 3 on the list, a lot of y'all are single because you're being too needy.
Man.
I think that goes into what you just said, though, T. Being too needy too early.
You talking about women being single too, right?
Yeah, but
both men and women. Right?
of course,
Oh,
of course.
all right.
But of course, I guess we want to really flip it to the men's side right now because a lot of men are too needy too.
There's some needy men out there, bro.
Tons of them.
Yeah, man.
Some need this, need that, need this, don't have anything. So, and it's like you don't realize how needy a person is until you in bed with them, literally, and you like realize this is a needy situation.
I feel sorry for women with needy men. Like,
Because
I thought that was just a woman thing, being needy. I thought that was just emotional, mental woman thing. But now that you just gave me something like men be needy too, well, I feel sorry for the woman.
yeah, I mean, we live in a time where the Cash App be popping. Like they just be hit you for Cash App. They be, like, you pay my phone bill, Cash App. Like what? Who's this? What is this? What is this? You want squishy strawberries? I don't even know who Cash App this is. You know what I mean? They used to send you Cash Apps, pay their bills. So that's a needy person.
Yeah, I know, bro.
You know what I mean? You know,
Chicks be like, I'm hungry. Send me $25.
that's a needy person.
You're gonna be waiting on that.
Right. So a lot of people they're needy. They always need something. You know what I mean? They're needy.
I guess that's one of my pet peeves. That I hate needy.
This is why they're single. Because they're needy. That's what we're getting at. You
Right.
see what I mean?
Well, you know, at the core of a man still feels like he want to be needed to a certain degree.
Needed and needy is two different things, though. We're talking about you
No,
being needy.
a needy dude is just a trifling guy, ain't got no ambition and all
that's it.
that.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
you
you
know, I don't think I haven't met a guy that was needy emotionally in a relationship.
Yeah,
I think it's all material when it comes to men.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? With their lack of ambition, they need to be taken care of, or I need to drop you off at work so I can use your car doing nothing all day.
Right.
Stuff like that.
Because as far as the alpha male thing goes, you could fake it till you make it. I mean, don't be needy. Needy?
That's what we're talking about.
Well, that's why I ain't alone, bro.
Right. And then, also overly critical, like high standards people, like overly critical.
Oh,
always
bitching about
criticizing.
everything.
Always critical, very critical, overly like people, nobody want to hear that you're always criticizing other people. That's why you single. You're overly critical. Nobody wants to hear that.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Also self-centered. I gotta speed it up because you're about to close out. But
right.
number 5 is self-centered. You know what I mean? A lot of people are single because they self-centered. Always thinking about themselves, self-centered. Like you can't be in a relationship with two if you only think about you. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That rhymes. I need to patent that.
Bars.
You know what I mean? It's bars. I need to patent
What
that.
rhyme? Tell me what rhyme. Say it again.
He don't even pay attention. This is what I deal with all
No,
day.
I just want to hit the hip hop after you rhyme.
Oh gosh.
Hip hop.
You know what I mean?
I wish I'd have caught that.
But anybody got something to say real quick on that before I just jump? Because we got like 3 more. I'm trying to slide these real fast.
Just 100% agree with that. That's absolutely fact.
You know what I mean? So, and also, number 5, that was 5. Number 6, being unreliable.
Oh, yeah, that's a heavy one.
That's a
heavy.
big one.
Yeah.
You
Not being dependable.
You can't. If you're not reliable for a person, don't expect to be in a relationship with that person.
Oh, no, not at all.
If they can't call you when they need you, if you're not dependable,
right.
don't think you're gonna be in a relationship with that person. And unfortunately, it be some drastic situations.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
You know, you may got to take a mom to the hospital. You know, you may got to go think of whatever extreme things they need you to do. It's like, hey, I need you to do this. I know it's last minute, but I need you to do this. You're like, what?
Right.
But if you don't do it and Dexter does it, guess what?
Dexter gonna be on the phone with his speaker on.
Yeah, you know what I mean? 100%, man. You know, unrealistic expectations. So that's what I was saying in the beginning. Some people have these you are single because you have unrealistic expectations.
Yeah.
Like you want, for example, I'm gonna give you one, right? You want the woman to work in the morning, come home tired, having to work, and then having to do all this extra stuff that she may have to do with the kids. Now it's 8 o'clock, and you never gave her a break with the kids because you didn't say, hey, I'll step in and take the kids for a minute. But meanwhile, I want you to cook.
Right.
So she went from working all day, dealing with the kids, to now you want her to cook. That's like, that's really like, it's just ridiculous. Like,
Well, her dinner should have already been made. You know.
See, this is why.
You know what I'm saying?
What you
She
mean?
should already have rose petals in the tub.
Rose petals.
Rose petals on the step.
You don't even
leading
own a
into the
rose
house.
petal. This guy. There you go.
I mean, nice
He's
back rub.
He's shooting a shot at somebody online. I don't know who it is. He's shooting a shot at somebody.
It's all this
Nice little back
before or
rub.
after her kid is in the ER. Is this before or after her kid is in the ER?
Yeah, man.
Before.
You know what I mean?
Because I will be eating dinner alone.
You know, and man, I really want to touch on that, but we got to close. So I'm gonna say the last thing is, you know, a lot of people are single because they're being too guarded. You know what I mean? Being too guarded, overprotective, being too guarded. You gotta let her live. You gotta let her go out and do her things and stuff like that. You can't, you know, be too guarded.
Hey, listen, man, and don't forget about the female who call you 26 times a day and want you to be on the phone listening to the whole household like you in the house with her, all the kids, all the nonsense going on in the house, and she won't hang up the damn phone for the 27th time she done called you. Those women are alone too.
What you mean? Because they called you? What are you talking about?
Just keep calling you all day, bro.
What's
Who
wrong?
wants to talk all day?
You keep saying that.
I
All
just
you
want to
wanna-
know who
'cause-
wants to talk
'cause all you
all day.
All you want to do is pipe. But next week, what we're going to talk about is what we're going to talk about is, you know, Stephen A. Smith made a whole thing with Zion and the whole situation and how he felt like athletes and, you know, millionaires are always dealing with strippers and porn stars, and they want to know why is that. And I'm gonna really break that down.
That's going to be fun.
You know what I mean?
That's gonna
But
be
you
fun.
know, we thank everybody for tuning in to Billionaire Radio. This is season 3, episode 108 in the books. Billions.
Billions.